Hello, everyone. You're welcome again to another episode of Reading with Elsie. Today, we're starting a series of episodes of reading a story, a book this time round, a book titled The Diary of a Doubled Life Teenager. This story was written by me when I was about 12, 13. The target audience is mainly early teenagers. The subject matter is inferiority complex. And so parents are welcome to listen into the story as will help deal with your early teenagers and how to handle inferiority complex. Later on in the story, in the description section and in the comment section, I'll be leaving the link to Amazon where you can make a purchase of this book. Here the story goes. Chapter 1. Hello, my cute teenage princess. I heard my mom, Mrs. Abigail Ingetia, calling. As my uncle and his family arrived at our house in Sakumono, my cousin, Abigail Inshiramba Ingetia, entered my dad's study and greeted, "Bonjour, mon oncle," to which my dad responded, "Bonjour, ma petite femme." He looked up and exclaimed, "Et comment tu te portes?" Inshiramba responded, "Je vais bien." Inshiramba rushed into my room screaming excitedly because my mom had agreed for us to go to the mall. She went straight into my closet to choose an outfit for me because she believed she always had the last word on fashion. Inshiramba, my cousin, was named after my mom. My mom and hers were best friends who got married to two brothers, Mr. Kwesi Ingetia, my dad, and Mr. Kwame Ingetia, my uncle. My dad is a telecommunications engineer working with a telecom company, and he also owns a fresh fruit juice producing company. Inshiraba's dad is a marine engineer who seldom stays at home, being often away at sea. The two of us spent a lot of time together. I had been reading my diary when Inshiraba entered, so when she was done choosing my outfit, she joined me on my bed. My huge pink diary with its beautiful case was lying on my bed beside me. Auntie Jennifer, Inshiraba's mom, had given it to me on my 10th birthday. Inshiraba had a blue one too, but she seldom wrote in it. Even though it was given to me when I was 10, I only began writing in it when I turned 13. I was reviewing afresh all that I had written in it, and I was on the 10th page. But Inshiraba had a "please start afresh" look on her face. When she saw me hesitating, she went, "Hey, don't you realize I'm your big sister and I deserve some respect?" We both giggled. Inshiraba was 3 months old. Inshiraba was 3 months older than me, and she never made me forget that fact. She was born on the 17th of April 1995, while I was born on the 17th of June 1995. Our mothers had told us that we took to each other the moment we saw ourselves for the first time. I hesitantly turned to the very first entry. The first entry. 17th June 2008. Time, 6 p.m. Dear Diary, today is my birthday and I'm 13 years old. Finally, the teenage years are here. I was so excited about today that I was the first to wake up in the whole of my house. It was 3 a.m. I took a shower, dressed up, packed my books into my bag, and waited. It took forever for the clock to get to 7 o'clock a.m. when everyone was up and they came to my room loudly singing a birthday song. After the song, Mom, Dad, and Mrs. Fanel, the housekeeper, all gave me a big hug in turns. Since I was already dressed up, I just had to finish breakfast, pick up my bag, and then left for school. At school today, I had 2 birthday wishes from Inshiraba and my favorite mathematics teacher, Mr. Joseph Lamte. Time flew so fast that soon it was 12:30 p.m. Time for recess. At recess, Ohima Boatema Eje, Unique Kuj, and Stephanie Esikulevome, the cool girls in my class, walked up to me while I was on the swing. Popular girl Unique asked if I had a party coming on. The opportunity I was waiting for had arrived. I immediately responded, I plan on asking my parents for one, adding quickly, the time will be 2 p.m. tomorrow. I have always wanted these girls to at least notice me as their classmates, and with that, I knew I would join them sooner than later. It was soon closing time at 3:30 p.m. and Inshiraba waited for me outside her classroom. When I was done with packing my books, I joined her. I told her about the party and added that I had invited Unique's group. Inshiraba was furious. Inshiraba was so furious that I had to kneel and beg her to attend my 13th birthday party. She had never liked those girls, and now she had to put up with them for a whole 4 hours because of me. When we got home, I asked my parents for the party, and they agreed. Your new friend, Ayeyi. Just after I finished reading the first page, Inshiraba looked at me and looked at the clock and screamed, Ah, Ayeyi, it's 1 p.m. already. We have to go now. I quickly entered the hall and walked straight to Auntie Nicole and Uncle Kwame and greeted. Auntie Nicole got up, hugged me and replied, Hello, my angel. Uncle Kwame gave me a big hug too. Inshiraba and I sought out Mr. Dawson, the chauffeur, jumped into the black shiny Escalade, the latest car in the house, on its maiden voyage to the mall. The traffic on the road was not so bad, so by 2 p.m. we were already at the mall. We dismissed Mr. Dawson, who admonished us to take good care of ourselves, and then he drove off. We headed towards the food court and had a leisurely meal. Just then, Salma Wema, one of my neighbors, whom I had not seen for about 2 years, called. Between screams, she said she was at the Cyber Cafe. We immediately jumped out of our chairs and met her waiting outside the cafe. Thank you very much for reading with me. We'll continue the story in our next episode. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe if you're watching from our YouTube channel. And don't forget to stay with us and keep reading with me. Let's learn about inferiority complex through the story. Let's build ourselves, let's build our vocabulary, and let's keep sharing Ghanaian stories of real Ghanaian lives. Thank you. Catch you again on another episode of Reading with Elsie, and my name is Elsie. Contact DNA developers on the number below, or you can reach them on their social media pages on Instagram and Twitter.